What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Now, as you guys can see from the title, I'm gonna show you guys the best graphics settings to improve your FPS and to improve visibility. Now we know, when COD Cold War first came out, the visibility was dog shit. You can't really tell who from who. It's just a very dark map, a very dark game. So this is what you usually want to do. So if you're on PC, you want to right click, go to NVIDIA control panel, and then you want to go to where the fuck is it? Adjust desktop color settings. Now once you're here, you want to pick your monitor that you game on. You can do this for both if you would like, and you're going to want to change digital vibrance to 75. So as you can see, it goes from black to white. So this is what your game would look like. Now, if you want it really colorful, you can go ahead and change it up. Now, when you do this and you're like a content creator, it's not going to show in when you upload a video. So you want to do that in your editing software to change the colors. But this is for your preference when you're playing yourself, so you can see better. Also, there is things to change in game in order to improve visibility as well, but we're going to get into that right now. So remember to check this up to all the way to 75 and then press apply, and then you should be all good. If you have a secondary monitor, you can do that as well with that one, and you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and load up Blackops Cold War and then go from there. All right, so once you're loaded into Call of Duty, you want to head all the way to settings. So once you're in settings, you want to go to your graphics, find colorblind modes, and this is where you want to select your colorblind type. Now you have your ally color, the U color, which is your character, and you have the enemy color, and you also have a party color. So for enemy, you want to pick the most vibrant color that you like. If you are colorblind, pick out the color that looks vibrant to you regardless. And for me, it is pink. Now this helps me see enemies from a good distance. Also, when you one of the attachments that you always want to use is the Tiger Team Spotlight. So when you have this applied, you can see a dot over your enemies from a long distance. Now when I first started playing, I didn't notice that. I didn't know what that did, and now I realize that it shows a reveal distance of 40. You could also have the mounted flashlight, which is 20%, which isn't as good, but 40% does make a difference, and that's why I use Tiger Team Spotlight on every single attachment I do. You can go back in all the videos, and it's literally the only one I use, besides the pistols. So that's also a little cheat that you guys might not have known. So make sure you guys do choose this colorblind mode. You don't want the default ones because they're just set to default, and if you have a problem with the way they look, then this is where you change it. All right, so one of the popular ones is green, pink, and the blues, and that's pretty much it. Also, you get to change these up a little bit if you'd like. This one shows them a little bit more vibrant, but we're just gonna have it disabled. We're gonna use the defaults that we have here, and that's pretty much it for visibility. And now these graphics I'm gonna give you are to improve FPS, and they're somewhat good for quality. They somewhat look good, but they're not the best, obviously. I don't know why this is all the way low, so we'll just add that. So first of all, I just farted. First of all, you're gonna always want to be in full screen to get the most frames that you can. Choose your monitor that you're gonna be using. You want to pick your highest refresh rate. Gameplay VSync, you want that disabled. Menu VSync, you want that disabled. NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency, some people say that it's good. I'm just gonna go with normal. Render resolution, if you're playing 4K, you're gonna lose frames, obviously. So 1920 by 1080 is probably the best one to use if you're looking to, play well and play intensely. Display resolution, 1920 by 1080. You want to go with default. Aspect ratio, you're gonna leave that automatic, or you can go 16 by 9, which is basically full screen. Field of view, now depending on how low you want this, you can get more frames or you can lose frames. So the higher it is, the more you lose, because you're getting a wider range of pixels being used up, so you're gonna get lower FPS. Now, usually people go with 1.9, 1.10, but I go max 120. ADS field of view, as you can see, tell the difference. One's closer, one's further apart. I use affected. Vehicle aiming field of view, I don't use this, but that's pretty much it. Brightness also helps with visibility. Keep that at 40. It's up to you. 50, I meant. Menu custom frame rate limit. You want to set this to 60. You don't want to be using a lot of frames in the main lobby. You know, there's no point of having that on. Minimize game frame rate limit 60. So this is where the processing comes through. The details and textures. Now, depending on your RAM, you want, you know, good RAM. If your RAM is like down here, then you're gonna have to risk some performance. Or you're not gonna have to risk performance. You're gonna have to risk quality. So since I have 2 8 GB RAMs, all right. So now we're getting into the part where you can lose performance or get quality. So if you're looking to get high frames, texture quality, you're gonna want this at high. You don't want your shit to look choppy when you play, because it can reduce visibility as well. Model quality, keep that at high. Special effects quality, you want that on medium. Screen space reflection, these take up frames, as you can see here. You get the reflections, it'll take up more frames, so you want that on low, and if not low, disabled. If you want it to look good, you want to put it on low. Object view distance, you want that on high. Water tessellation, you want that disabled. As you can see here, increase the amount of detail in water surface geometry, which takes up frames. Volumetric lighting, you want that on low. Shadow quality is known to take up most frames, so you're gonna want that on low as well. Dynamic shadows, disabled. It's up to you, personal preference. If you want to see enemies shadows so you can get a first shot on them, you can do it at all or disabled. Special effect shadows takes up frames as well, so disabled. Now these are gonna make your game look trash basically, but this is what you're gonna have to risk to get frames. So that's pretty much it. Weapon shadows, not a big difference. You still get a few shadows here and there, so you want that disabled. Ray tracing, now if you want your game to look good, you're not gonna want all these disabled, but you will gain performance if you do disable it. So I have these disabled. Ray tracing sun shadows disabled. Local shadows, ambient occlusion disabled. All right. So now we're going into post-processing effects. NVIDIA DLSS, you can read this there. Ultra performance offers highest performance boost recommended for 8K gameplay only. I have all this disabled because it's, for some reason, I just don't trust it. But if you want to go ahead and you know, do your own investigating, I 100% recommend you guys do it. I'm just lazy and I choose not to try it. I don't want to risk it. So anti-aliasing quality, you want that on high. You don't want it to be choppy, as you can see here, little patterns there. You want it to look smooth and crisp. All right, before I was really interrupted, fucking weirdos, lame ass bitches. I mean, all right, so the motion blur quality, you want that on low. Subsurface scattering, disable that. Order independent transparency, like I said, it tells you right here, effects on VRAM is very high, so you want that disabled. So now if we go to advanced, VRAM usage target, just keep that on high 90. Display gamma, so if you obviously have a TV, you do this on HD TV, or if you have a computer for your monitor, computer S.R.I.B.E. So that, choose your graphics card and click apply. Audio, we're all good here. Interface, subtitles, you don't need those. I usually keep my FPS counter on so I know what's going on when I play, and I keep my GPU temperature on so I know, you know, if it's overheating or not, so I know why it crashes and stuff. VRAM, you can keep all these other things on if you want, it's up to you. In-game alert icons, you want that enabled so you can see what's going on when you lag or anything like that. Let's see what else. That's pretty much it. So I will be doing a different video updating your drivers and all that, but for now, thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if this helped you a lot. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. I'm helping anybody and everybody. You know, I'm just here to share my knowledge and all this and all that. So I'll see you tomorrow, man. Peace. Love you.